Howdy do. It's the last day of 2022, and guess what? I have made, well, at least tried to make jerk chicken videos like twice already this year, and either lost the clips or realized that my storage was full and everything didn't last. But I really wanted to help out my clients and customer base people here who have asked about jerk chicken. All right. So for those of you who are not Jamaicans, you went to the island, you had a great time, you had jerk chicken at the hotel, or jerk chicken on the street, and you come back and you say, yes, Jamaican jerk chicken, yes, how can you make it? You went to the airport, they had a slew of different sauces on sale and you bought them, right? So you bought, and by the way, note I'm not sponsored by any of these. So you bought your Walker's Road and they have the jerk barbecue, they have hot and spicy, they have mild, and they have my favorite Spur Tree. No, I'm not sponsored by Spur Tree. I wish they would because I use their seasoning so much. I use it for everything. I love the jerk seasoning. So here's what you do. First of all, disclaimer, we do not cook jerk chicken at home in Jamaica. I grew up in Jamaica and I don't remember my parents ever cooking jerk chicken at home. We had a jerk man in the square, and on Friday evenings and Saturday nights, you go there, you buy your quarter of jerk chicken. Tell me, drop a comment and let me know if any of you grew up with your parents cooking jerk chicken at home. But anyway, we have been labeled Jamaicans with jerk chicken, so let's do it. Get any one of them. Anyone. If your spice level is high, go for it. Okay? And you basically dump it on there. Right? This one is kind of hot and spicy. I just use 2 tablespoonfuls to spice it up a little bit. And then in this batch, I use more of the jerk barbecue. And I go for the jerk barbecue because it gives it a little kind of sweetish taste. And I have a sweet tooth. I kind of like it that way. And you're going to need a beer. No, disclaimer again, not sponsored, and really the right one to use is a Red Stripe beer if you can get it, but Corona does it just as well for me. All right, a nice Corona Light, and you're going to need that to re-wet your chicken. And after all is said and done, I still like to add a little Mrs. Dash. It might be a little salty there already, but I like a little bit more of the herb seasonings added to it. No, you can do, that's the easy way. You could always blend from scratch, right, with your garlic and your pimento and your scallion and stuff with vinegar and a little sugar, and you blend it up and you're ready to go. But homegirl don't have the time. It's already done for me and it tastes just the same at the end of the day. All right, so that's what we're going to do. All right, so now we're going to the charcoal grill is getting ready to be lit. We're gonna light it up and then we're going to load up our chicken on there. All right. Yes. I lost the clips. I realized that my storage was full and everything didn't last. But I really wanted to help out my clients and customer base people here who have asked about jerk chicken. Move the lighter fluid now. Alright, so we're going to wait for this charcoal to catch. And then we're going to, a matter of fact, maybe we should bring over the grills. You want to put the grills over?
How do I do that without getting burnt?
So there's something, a little secret I try. I don't know if it works, but in my mind, it simulates the pimento wood that really is the wood that is supposed to do jerk. So I have the pimento seeds, and you find them in the stores. Sometimes they call them allspice, and I just sprinkle a few in the fire, right? So it smells like pimento. All right, do that, and then the flame is so hot, so make it give a little fun. I think they catch now. All right, so yep, it catch. Right? Right underneath there. Oops. And these are the quarters. And the quarters, we keep the skin on them when we're doing jerk, because we want to protect the meat and that fat from underneath the skin just seep down in there. Alright. So today we're going to do up some sweet potatoes along with them, alright? You can do it without wrapping the foil paper, but I just scrub these with a brush and just stick them a little bit with the in several places with the knife or fork. You don't have to do any of that, it will cook either way. And we're just going to set them on and alright. We're gonna do some roast sweet potato. Oh, the fire going now. Alright. You know, every time I'm making a video and I say we're cooking food, I always say, man, I wish you could smell it. I step through the door and come out here, smell like a square, like Ochiray square with jerk pan. Alright, we got the temperature right where we wanted it, somewhere between 300 and 400. And, whoa, I'd make a quick turn before. But let's see what's happening. And don't mind the burn. That's the skin. We're gonna get that off. Those will be all chopped in. Okay, there's a raging fire going on underneath here, so I think it's because the fat is falling off of the fat is falling off of the chicken. But that's good. Alright, so these, alright, let me show you something. You get in there, you do that. You know this is getting there. This is ready. This is, but what ready in that it cooked through. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna keep smoking them. See that? Very good. Very good. So here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna move them off the fire a little bit. Move them off to the sides. And so we're gonna put some up there in a little bit. But now we're going to get our beer. We're just going to wet the chicken with the beer. Be careful, people. Don't try this at home. You wet the chicken with the beer, and then we're just going to move them now to the top shelf and let those smoke, and then we're going to put on the fresh ones. All right? That's it, and we keep going that. We leave them to soak with the beer just on the top shelf and just smoke through slowly while we put on the fresh batch, and we repeat the process, and that's that. Those on top, those literally we could chop those and start eating, but we sprinkle them with some beer and we're going to leave them in there to smoke. We'll put on last couple of pieces. Well, I didn't do much, people. It's just 4 of us live here. Alright, so we're just gonna do this for our dinner this evening. The sweet potatoes soak. It's nice and soft there. Alright. Yep. Gonna get these chopped up. Here's the fellow that does my chopping for me. Alright. Nice.